Okay, so in the last video, we looked at some questions that we had had on a test for dividing fractions. So I just wanted to give you some practice. So some practice dividing fractions. So hopefully you watched the last video and we worked with some word problems, but I just want you to work on the process of dividing. Sometimes we are given a problem where we simply have a number like 5/7 divided by 1/4. Well, because we have two fractions, no whole number, no mixed number, we can just go ahead and use our dividing rules. Well, our dividing rules say that we're going to leave the first fraction the same, flip the second, and multiply. That way we can multiply rather than try to divide. And our multiplication rules come into play where we multiply the top times the top, bottom times the bottom. And then I do have an improper, so I need to get that out. Doesn't go into 2, but it goes into 20. And your answer would be 2 6/7. Okay, you try one on your own. How about let's do 3/4 divided by 1/2. Go ahead and pause the video, try it on your own, then come back and check with me. Okay, so you should have noticed that you have two regular fractions, so you don't have to do anything to them, except for go to your dividing rules. Dividing rules say leave the first fraction the same, flip the second, and multiply. Multiplication rules say multiply the top times the top, bottom times the bottom. So 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 1 is 4. It's improper. We're going to get it out of improper. It is 1 2/4 or 1 1/2. Let's do one that is a mixed number. Remember, a mixed number has a whole number and a fraction. So let's do 2 1/3 divided by 1 1/2. First thing you should notice is we do have a mixed fraction, so we need to get them out of the mixed and make them improper. How we do that is multiply and add. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Denominator stays the same. We'll get that one out of a mixed into an improper. Multiply and add. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Denominator stays the same. Division tells us leave the first fraction the same, flip the second, and multiply. Multiply top times the top, bottom times the bottom. 7 times 2 is 14. 3 times 3 is 9. Get your improper out of there. It does not go into 1, but it does go into 14 once. Your answer, 1 5/9. Okay, let's have you try one. Let's do 3 2/3 divided by 1/2. Go ahead and pause the video on your own. Come back and check with me. Okay, so you should have done this one on your own. There's only one with the mixed, so there's only one that I need to get out of the mixed and get into the improper. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. Leave the denominator the same. 1/2 we don't have to do anything to because it's already in a fraction form. There's no whole number, so we just rewrite it and we are dividing. Division rules tell us that we are going to leave the first fraction the same, flip the second, and multiply. Top times the top, bottom times the bottom, 22 over 3. Get that out of an improper. 3 does not go into 2. Goes in 0 times. 7 times 3 is 21. Remainder 1. Answer is 7 1/3.